Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to another video. It is the 28th of August. It's a Wednesday afternoon. It's 4 minutes past 4 p.m. I've got a poem here called The Lesson by Roger McHugh. McHugh. I'll just quickly do a quick search on him. Today was pretty chilled, hot but chilled. Just had work, went to the gym, feeling slightly under the weather, but hopefully a good night's rest and lots of water, early dinner, and I should be okay. The poet Roger McHugh. He's an English poet, performance poet, broadcaster, children's author, and playwright. The poem is called The Lesson. Chaos ruled okay in the classroom as bravely the teacher walked in. The Nooligans ignored him, his voice was lost in the din. The theme for today is violence, and homework will be set. I'm going to teach you a lesson, one that you'll never forget. He picked on a boy who was shouting and throttled him then and there. Then garroted the girl behind him, the one with the grotty hair. Then, sword in hand, he hacked his way between the chattering rows. First come, first severed, he declared, fingers, feet, and toes. He threw the sword at the latecomer. It struck with deadly aim. Then pulling out a shotgun, he continued with his game. Oh my. The first blast cleared the back row where those who skive hung out. They collapsed like rubber dinghings when the plugs pulled out. Please, may I leave the room, sir? A trembling vandal inquired. Of course you may, said teacher. Put the gun to his temple and fired. Holy shit. The head popped a head round the doorway to see why a din was being made, nodded understandingly, then tossed in a grenade. And when the ammo was all spent, with blood on every chair, silence scuffled forward with its hands up in the air. The teacher surveyed the carnage, the dying and the dead. He waggled a finger severely. Now that will be a lesson, he said. Holy! I'm going to read a comment underneath, see if it makes any sense. I genuinely didn't get this poem, but we'll see. First reflection, I guess his lesson said it was going to be violence, and he kind of reiterated how he could make a classroom as violent as possible. But let me read a comment by it's not a blurb. My friend taught me what the word, I would say verb. But the blurb underneath is a comment. It says, in the lesson, McHugh attempts to contrast the teacher's professional ethics with their actual human feelings. A surprising expose of a teacher's most inner thoughts when having to teach a rather unpleasant group of hormonally driven, influenced adolescents. He allows his inner feelings to manifest to a fantasy of revenge and academic vagrants. This is shown with the teacher taking authority without rules in a way he would like to use it, and a reversal of roles taking an unexpected and incongruent result. Overall, I think everyone is looking into their violence rather than the reason behind you. Genius. Yes, I like it. I get it. Yeah. Maybe, the inner thoughts. I think after reading that, you could see it in a way about like people's actions. I mean, people are always driven by some sort of force, some sort of reasoning, some sort of logic, or emotion. And I think understanding that, you can also understand why people do the things they do. So instead of getting angry at their emotions and taking out the hurt, I guess from the situation, try and understand where they are hurting from their perspective. Look at it from their perspective, and I think something like a teacher being violent is funny, but also true. I guess they're humans too. I think, and I think when I think about life, everyone is human. They are again all driven by some sort of force, whether it be physical or emotional, and it's important to understand. It's also just reiterates like control over your emotions, being able to understand that some things that you might think you will do or want to do, it's not reasonable to action them. So great poem. I'm glad I got to read the blurb, because I really was quite lost, but I'm glad I found the meaning in that poem. Great poem. The Lesson, a poem by Roger McGoo. I think I've said all McGoo. I've said all different types of names, but yeah, if you are listening to this, you go and look up that poem, and I pronounce it wrong, please send me a message. Deuces, I'll see you guys tomorrow.